Hello and welcome. You're watching Head to Head, and I'm Vivica Williams. Animation is giving a modern twist to the masterpieces of Ukrainian literature. And the brand new animated film Mavka is based on the famous poem Forest Song by Lesya Ukrainka and depicts Slavic mythology. Now, sales of the film are skyrocketing worldwide. To tell us more about it, we're welcoming to the studio today Irina Kostyuk, producer of Mavka, the Forest Song. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
So, first of all, tell us about the story of this. What's the story of the film?
Well, the basic plot is it has the reference to the original by Lesya Ukrainka, and it's also based on the Ukrainian mythology. It's actually based on the myth that where our Ukrainian ancestors believed that the forests are all inhabited by the mythical creatures who tend after the forest, who take care of it, who make it beautiful. So Mavka is actually one of them. Mavka is the soul of the forest. She's the one who makes it beautiful. She's the one who brings all this beauty when the spring comes, you know, and everybody wakes up, the nature wakes up from the winter, and she wakes it up, and she has all this unique appearance. She has this green hair that changes with the change of, well, she reflects nature. So her hair changes with the change of the season, and her and nature reflects her mood. So when she's sad, the nature, it's raining. When she's happy, there is sun. It's like whenever I'm telling about it, I can go on, so you just stop me at some point. It's so happened that the forest lives in hostility to the humans because humans tend to overuse and abuse the forest resources. So there is a bit of hostility between the two worlds. And just like in the classic stories, Mavka falls in love with a human. And of course, that love is impossible. And this human is a beautiful musician. And whenever he plays his flute, the tattoos of Mavka, they glow. And that's how she understands that she fell in love. And she's, so it has so much beauty and has so much this visual language and Ukrainian symbolism and all this ethnicity to it that, you know, the world has never seen it before. So when we bring it out to the world, whenever we pitch our film in the international events, it's just, you know, it clicks, and the audience is totally with us, and they love it. So we really hope the international success of that.
Well, now, because what you're talking about, really need to be able to see this. And so we have a clip here from the film. Let's show a clip from the trailer. So, what were we seeing here in the film? What was going on in this part of the trailer?
Here in this teaser, the one that we released about a year ago, you see that very moment where she hears the music of her loved one, where she actually, she didn't meet him yet, but she's sitting in the forest and she heard this music, and the tattoos she has all over her body, these tattoos mean the forces of nature. There is some special tattoos on her cheeks, on her forehead, on her arms. So she hears this music and her tattoos lit up, and that's when she opens her eyes wide and she understands that she fell in love. Well, she still doesn't know that it's love, but she does feel something that she never felt before.
And who's the character Mavka? What is this character based on?
That's a very unique and powerful female character, and that's like trend in animation right now in the world animation to base the films on the very powerful female characters, and that's why we're kind of like bonding with the character. She is the soul of the forest, as I said. She is this mythical creature. Actually, the original background from the mythology is quite creepy and dark to it, but
well,
of course,
this is the case of most mythology. Most of stories are not
like Rapunzel is quite dark, and you know the Andersen's tales, fairy tales are really dark. And well, the Mermaid, Little Mermaid, you know, originally
all very
she's like
dark. So this is, but now we take this and we look at more of the positive aspects of it now.
So we changed quite a lot from the original mythology, just for it to be attractive to the small audiences. So that's why she's not, she doesn't really have that background as the mythology says, the original mythology, because that's quite dark. So she's all happy, and she's the soul of the forest, and the story ends. The story has a happy end because in the original Belesya Ukrainka.
Well, let's not tell the end.
No. I'm not giving any spoilers here.
Well, tell me. What did you have in, of course, all films have some type of goal or messages they're trying to deliver. What were some of the messages that you were looking at delivering in this film?
It's basically two very important, significant messages that we implemented to the whole mission of the film. Well, we call it two missions of the film and the IP itself, the intellectual property, the brand that we're doing. The first one is actually the exporting Ukrainian culture. You know, all the symbols, the traditions. It's something that the world audience has never seen before, and that's why it clicks. That's why it makes it unique. We reflect some of the Ukrainian traditions in the film, the symbols, the embroidery, the clothes. So that's we exporting to the world. Another mission is actually an ecological mission. So we raise awareness to the problems of ecology in Ukraine, where we want to bring up such issues as the extinction of some of this animal species, and
you even have in the film some actual animals. You don't just have this general idea of extinction, but there's actually animals from the Book of Endangered Species.
Exactly. That's why we partnered with the World Wildlife Fund, you know, the Panda Company, the ones who supported the Panda Kung Fu, the 3 in China. So they are partnering with us on this, big mission. So what we do is just not talk, it's not just a boring talk about the ecology problem. We actually do take these animals. We have 3 of them. We have the bison, yes, black stork and lynx, and we implement them into the story. So they live in Mavka's forest. They actually have their own plots, little lines. They do play some, minor but significant roles in the whole plot. That's how we raise awareness of that, and that's why we even do some projects, social projects based on the lynx extinction. We do some fundraisers. Like right now, we are publishing books based on Mavka, and 5 hryvnias from each of the sale is going to go for the research and support of lynx in Ukrainian forests.
So, and I know that this film has been drawing a lot of attention from companies and because it's not just this beautiful film, but being able to have the financial resources and things. So what type of attention have companies been giving your film?
You mean the companies that are interested in buying the rights?
Yeah, the international distribution.
Well, yes, exactly. That's why before we started the pre-sales right now, so in Cannes Film Festival during the market, our distribution department opened the pre-sales, which means that only now we started to pre-sale the rights for the film to be shown in different countries. But before that, all of the 2 years we spent going to different international events, presenting the film, pitching the film to the international producers, investors, and the attention we got is huge. So our distribution department, coming back from Cannes, they said that the film is already known all over the place, and it's a very significant and unprecedented case. It's a really great case where the film, there's still 2 years to go till the release, but the film is already known. We have partners coming up to us wanting to do merchandise, to buy the IP rights, to publish books, to do the toys lines, to do the jewelry lines. We are already developing the applications, augmented reality applications, virtual reality applications. All the things around the brand is just huge. So this awareness of the brand before, actually still 2 years to go, but the teaser has already been shown in the Ukrainian theaters, and the expectations from the local audience are just huge. It makes us a little bit scary, but we have to live up to those expectations.
And so what countries are you working with so far that have been really interested or already purchasing some rights for distribution?
At the stage of development, when we developed the film, before we started the pre-sales of the rights themselves, we were pitching to find the co-production partners. And basically we got offers from France, from Belgium, from India, from China, and Germany.
China being the largest movie
well,
market.
That's, you know, if we sell our film to China, we're going to be happy. So, and China really expresses lots of interest in it. But after we got all the offers for the co-production, we actually, the interesting thing that we found out is if you take the co-production partner on board, that means that you'll have to give him part of the production. It's like, for example, we'll have to give the French company, you know, part of the, you know, drawing animatics or doing the sound design or something. And the prices for the labor work in France is like much more higher than in Ukraine. So that means the budget is going to blow up. So the unique feature of our company that we do animation at is very good quality. And we proved it with our first animated feature, The Stolen Princess, and at very low cost. You know, people, when they hear the budget, the professional people from animation, they're like totally amazed how we can do it because the labor costs in Ukraine are really low. But whenever we take the co-production, international co-production on board, the budget's just going to blow up. So we decided we're going to do everything in-house.
Oh, wonderful.
And just lower the prices, keep it low so that we can, you know, sell it all over the world.
And this also will be a great advertisement, a promotion of the skills and the ability of Ukraine to produce completely this type of amazing work. That's
a very big mission that we're, you know, carrying with our company because actually we're the first ones to launch not just a one-off animation, you know, just to make one film and just sit around. We actually have a very long-running strategy where we launched our first movie, The Stolen Princess, this year.
Which did very well.
It did very well. And it's right now it's being run in many countries theatrically. So Mavka being our second one, so it's a big lineup, you know, it's a big strategic look into the future. It's a lot of investment, it's a lot of effort, but, you know, it's good that the state supports us as well in that, you know, that we got the state support on both of the features. And right now we're already starting working on our third feature, which is going to be based on powerful female character again. But, you know, that's how it works. And that's what if it's our unique thing, you know, why not?
Wow, wonderful. Yep. So this is wonderful to see that not only are your films amazing, but it's also really doing such an amazing job of promoting the ability of Ukrainian animation companies to complete a project on its own and to do so in a way that it's extremely attractive. So it's a great long-term strategy, not just for the company, but for Ukraine.
the whole country, exactly. You know, it's not just a memento, you know, to get the big box office and just, you know, leave the market. It's like we're there for good. Even our slogan of the company, we say, Film UA, we're here to stay. So
perfect slogan. Thank you so much for being with us today, Irina.
Thank you.
And that was Irina Kostyuk, producer of Mavka, The Forest Song, the animated film. Thank you very much for watching Head to Head, and stay tuned with UA TV for more great programming.